Welcome to our channel HD Rare Coin 111, your go-to spot for uncovering the incredible world of rare US coins. If you've ever wondered if your old pennies, nickels, or dimes are worth more than face value, you're about to find out. In today's video, we'll be exploring some truly rare coins and their shocking values. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. So let's jump in. Top 1. Today we're going to talk about an iconic coin from the United States, the 1964 Jefferson nickel. For many, the Jefferson nickel is one of the most recognizable coins in American currency. It's been part of U.S. coinage for decades, but did you know that a 1964 Jefferson nickel could be worth way more than its face value of just 5 cents? In fact, some of these nickels have sold for astronomical prices, and in today's video, we're going to uncover what makes this particular coin so valuable and why you might want to pay closer attention if you find one in your collection. First off, let's talk about the basics. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, and it quickly became one of the most beloved coins in American history. Named after Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, the nickel features a portrait of Jefferson on the obverse side, along with his name and the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." On the reverse, you'll find an image of Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia estate, with the word Monticello inscribed beneath the building. The 1964 version of this coin carries the same design, but its significance goes beyond the design itself. The 1964 Jefferson nickel holds a special place in numismatics, particularly because of its rarity and the state of preservation of many examples that have survived over the years. While millions of these coins were minted, only a small percentage remain in pristine, uncirculated condition. These high-grade coins are what collectors and investors are searching for. It's the key to their elevated value. But what makes a 1964 Jefferson nickel worth so much? It's all about its rarity and condition. Most coins from 1964 have been heavily circulated, and as a result, they've undergone wear and tear. The more a coin is circulated, the less valuable it becomes due to scratches, discoloration, and signs of handling. However, if you happen to come across a 1964 Jefferson nickel in uncirculated or near mint condition, you're looking at a potential gem. These coins, particularly those that have been well preserved in mint condition, are highly sought after by collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for them. But it's not just the overall condition of the coin that determines its value. Like many rare coins, the 1964 Jefferson nickel's worth can increase significantly if it has a minting error. Coin errors are one of the most exciting aspects of collecting, as even small mistakes during the minting process can result in coins that are unique and highly desirable. Some 1964 nickels have been discovered with doubled dies, off-center strikes, or other flaws that make them even more valuable to collectors. A minting error can increase a coin's price dramatically, and it's one of the primary factors that makes certain Jefferson nickels from 1964 worth a small fortune. Now, let's get to the most exciting part: the actual value of the 1964 Jefferson nickel. While most 1964 nickels are worth only a few cents, those that are in exceptional condition or feature rare minting errors can fetch a much higher price. In fact, a particularly well-preserved 1964 Jefferson nickel with unique characteristics has been known to sell for as much as $123,000. Yes, you read that right. A single nickel could be worth $123,000 if it's in pristine condition or has a rare minting error. This is the kind of value that makes coin collecting such an exciting and rewarding hobby. To understand why a 1964 Jefferson nickel could command such an astonishing price, it's important to look at the factors that contribute to its value. First, as we mentioned earlier, the coin's rarity and condition play a huge role. The rarer the coin, the higher the price. Coins that have been kept in uncirculated, mint condition are much more valuable than those that have been circulated extensively. And then there's the factor of minting errors. A 1964 nickel with a double die or other mistakes could be worth far more than its face value. Minting errors are always highly prized by collectors, and when they occur on coins that are already rare, the value skyrockets. If you happen to find a 1964 Jefferson nickel, it's worth examining it carefully for any signs of minting errors. Look closely for any anomalies in the design, such as doubling on the date or other parts of the coin. An off-center strike, a misaligned die, or other variations could significantly increase the value of the coin. If you discover an error on your nickel, be sure to get it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. A professional assessment will give you an accurate idea of the coin's condition and help determine its true market value. If you don't have a 1964 Jefferson nickel yet, don't worry. Coins like this often show up in collections or even in everyday change, so there's always a chance you might come across one. However, the likelihood of finding one in pristine condition or with a minting error is quite rare, and that's exactly what makes these coins so valuable. As time passes and more of these coins are lost or damaged, the remaining examples in excellent condition will only become more sought after. In conclusion, the 1964 Jefferson nickel is a coin that holds both historical and financial significance. While most 1964 nickels may be worth only a few cents, the rare ones that have survived in exceptional condition or feature minting errors can fetch impressive sums. The value of the 1964 Jefferson nickel can soar to $123,000, making it a valuable find for collectors and investors alike. So, whether you're already a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, be sure to keep your eyes peeled for this iconic coin. You never know, you might just find a hidden treasure worth a small fortune. Top 2. We're diving into one of the most intriguing coins in the world of numismatics, the 1994 Jefferson nickel. This 5-cent coin, which was minted more than 2 decades ago, might seem like an everyday coin, but if you take a closer look, it could be worth far more than its face value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your journey into the world of rare coins, the 1994 Jefferson nickel holds some fascinating secrets that you'll want to know about. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, and it has been an iconic part of American coinage ever since. It features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse, while the reverse displays a depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. This design has remained largely unchanged for decades, and it's widely regarded as one of the most iconic images in U.S. currency. But what about the 1994 edition? Well, although it might not stand out to the average person, the 1994 Jefferson nickel is actually a highly sought-after coin by collectors, and it's because of its potential to be worth a significant amount of money. Like any coin, the value of the 1994 Jefferson nickel can vary depending on a few key factors: its condition, rarity, and any minting errors that may be present. But let's explore what makes this coin unique and why it might be more valuable than you think. One of the primary reasons that the 1994 Jefferson nickel holds value is its place in history. By 1994, the U.S. Mint had been striking nickels for decades, but the minting process and the materials used were constantly evolving. By the time the 1994 nickel was minted, the U.S. Mint had perfected the production process for these coins, resulting in high-quality strikes that are now highly prized by collectors. However, there are still some factors that can set the 1994 Jefferson nickel apart from others, particularly when it comes to condition. The condition of a coin is one of the most important factors in determining its value. Coins that have been circulated extensively will often show signs of wear, such as scratches, discoloration, and even dents. On the other hand, coins that have been kept in excellent condition, either uncirculated or nearly perfect, can command much higher prices. For the 1994 Jefferson nickel, the highest value is reserved for those coins that have been kept in pristine condition, free from any signs of wear or damage. These coins are known as mint state, or uncirculated, and they are in high demand among collectors. In addition to condition, another factor that can significantly boost the value of a 1994 Jefferson nickel is the presence of minting errors. As with any coin series, there are occasional mistakes made during the minting process, and these errors can make certain coins far more valuable than their standard counterparts. For example, a 1994 Jefferson nickel with a double die, where the design appears to be struck twice, could be worth far more than a regular coin. Other minting errors, such as off-center strikes or misaligned dies, can also lead to increased value for the coin. These rare mistakes create unique specimens that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. While the 1994 Jefferson nickel is an important part of American coinage, it's not necessarily the rarest coin out there. However, there are specific examples of 1994 nickels that have caught the eye of collectors due to their unique characteristics. Whether it's an uncirculated specimen in flawless condition or a coin with a rare minting error, these nickels can command impressive prices. And if you happen to come across one of these rarer versions, you could be looking at a windfall. So, just how much could a 1994 Jefferson nickel be worth? If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins in exceptional condition or with a rare minting error, you might be sitting on a small fortune. In fact, some 1994 Jefferson nickels have sold for as much as $53,000. Yes, that's right. A 1994 Jefferson nickel could be worth as much as $53,000 if it's in pristine condition or features a unique minting error. This is the kind of value that makes coin collecting such a thrilling hobby, and why so many collectors are constantly on the lookout for valuable coins like the 1994 Jefferson nickel. It's important to note that not every 1994 Jefferson nickel will be worth tens of thousands of dollars. The vast majority of these coins are still worth only a few cents. However, the rarity and quality of some specimens can drive up their values significantly. If you come across a 1994 Jefferson nickel, it's worth taking the time to examine it carefully. Look for any signs of damage, wear, or minting errors, and if you think you've found something special, consider having it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. Professional grading will help you understand the true value of your coin and can even help you sell it for the highest possible price. In conclusion, the 1994 Jefferson nickel is more than just a 5-cent piece of currency. While most of these coins won't be worth much, the rare, high-quality examples, especially those with minting errors, can be worth thousands of dollars. If you're lucky enough to find a pristine 1994 Jefferson nickel, or one with a unique minting error, you could be holding on to a valuable treasure. With the right attention and care, your 1994 nickel could end up being worth $53,000. So, keep an eye on your coins, and who knows, the next valuable nickel could be just a pocket change away. Top 3. We're diving deep into the world of U.S. coinage, and we've got a real treat for you, the 1972 Jefferson nickel. This unassuming 5-cent coin is far more valuable than many people realize. While most of us think of nickels as being common pocket change, the 1972 Jefferson nickel has some rare and valuable versions that have turned heads in the numismatic world. In this video, we'll explore what makes this coin special, why it's worth so much, and how you can identify whether you've stumbled upon a true treasure. Stick around, because the last part is going to blow your mind. Let's start by taking a closer look at the 1972 Jefferson nickel's design. Like all Jefferson nickels, the 1972 version features Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the obverse, with the word Liberty and the year 1972 inscribed around it. On the reverse, you'll find a depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's home, along with the words Monticello and E pluribus unum. The design has been relatively unchanged since the coin's introduction in 1938, which is part of its charm and why it's such an enduring piece of American history. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1972 Jefferson nickel so valuable? After all, it's just another year of production for the popular series. While many of these coins are still in circulation today and carry only a small value, there are certain factors that make some 1972 nickels worth much more than their face value of just 5 cents. The most significant factor that drives up the value of a 1972 Jefferson nickel is its condition. Coins that have been circulated for decades can show significant signs of wear. Dings, scratches, discoloration, and fading are all common on coins that have been through the hands of many people. However, the 1972 Jefferson nickel's value skyrockets when it is found in pristine or uncirculated condition. A coin that has never been in circulation, often referred to as a mint state coin, can command a much higher price. These uncirculated coins are in excellent condition and show no signs of wear or damage. The better the condition, the higher the value. But it doesn't end there. Minting errors are another critical factor that can significantly increase the value of the 1972 Jefferson nickel. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production of the coin. These errors can range from small mistakes, like a misaligned die, to more significant errors, like a double die or an off-center strike. Coins with minting errors are highly collectible because they're unique, and collectors love the challenge of finding them. One of the most sought-after minting errors for the 1972 Jefferson nickel is the double die. This error occurs when the coin's design is struck more than once, causing a noticeable doubling effect on parts of the image, such as the date or the letters on the coin. A double die can make the coin appear blurry or overlapping, but it also makes it incredibly rare and valuable. If you find a 1972 Jefferson nickel with this error, you may have a coin that could be worth far more than you might expect. Now, let's talk about the actual worth of these coins. You might be surprised to learn that a well-preserved 1972 Jefferson nickel, particularly one with a minting error, can be worth thousands of dollars. It's not uncommon to see these coins fetch significant amounts at auctions, especially when they are in mint state or feature a unique error. In fact, some 1972 Jefferson nickels have been known to sell for as much as $83,000. Yes, that's $83,000. That's the kind of value a rare, uncirculated, or error-struck 1972 nickel can hold. To put that into perspective, you're looking at a 5-cent coin being worth $83,000. That's a massive increase in value from the original mint price of just 5 cents. So, if you happen to come across a 1972 Jefferson nickel that looks unusually pristine or shows signs of a minting error, you could be sitting on a goldmine. It's not every day that a nickel is worth that kind of money, which is what makes coin collecting so fascinating and rewarding. If you're lucky enough to find a 1972 Jefferson nickel in excellent condition, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Coin grading is a process where experts evaluate the condition of the coin and assign it a grade based on its quality. This will help you determine the coin's true value in the market. A high-grade 1972 nickel can make all the difference in the amount it fetches at auction. Be sure to get it professionally authenticated and graded to ensure you get the best possible price. Now, you might be thinking, where can I find one of these rare nickels? Well, if you're a regular coin collector, you might already have one in your collection. The 1972 Jefferson nickel was produced in large quantities, so it's not too difficult to find one. However, finding one in mint condition or with a minting error is a bit trickier. The best way to increase your chances of finding a valuable 1972 nickel is by checking through rolls of nickels or looking for coins that have been kept in coin collections over the years. You never know when you might come across a coin that has been preserved for decades and is now worth far more than it ever was when it was first minted. To wrap things up, the 1972 Jefferson nickel is an exciting coin for collectors, and its potential value makes it a coin worth paying attention to. Whether you find a pristine uncirculated example or a rare minting error, the 1972 nickel has the potential to be worth $83,000. Coin collecting can be an incredibly rewarding hobby, and discovering a valuable coin like the 1972 Jefferson nickel is the kind of treasure hunt that keeps collectors coming back for more. So start searching through your collections, check your pocket change, and who knows, the next nickel you find could be worth an incredible amount of money. Top 4. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, and specifically, we're talking about a coin that might be hiding in your change right now, the 1963 Jefferson nickel. While you might think of nickels as just another piece of pocket change, this 5-cent coin is far more valuable than you might expect. Some collectors are willing to pay big money for the 1963 Jefferson nickel, and if you happen to come across one in exceptional condition or with a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So, let's explore why the 1963 Jefferson nickel is one to keep your eye on. First, let's look at the design of the 1963 Jefferson nickel. The coin features the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse. Jefferson's image has been a mainstay on the nickel since 1938. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia, which is an important symbol of his legacy. The words E pluribus unum and Monticello are also inscribed on the reverse. It's a simple, classic design that has remained largely unchanged over the years, which is part of what makes it so timeless. Now, you might be asking, why is the 1963 Jefferson nickel so valuable? Well, the value of this coin, like any other, depends on a few key factors: condition, rarity, and any minting errors that may have occurred during production. Let's take a deeper dive into each of these factors. The first thing collectors look for when assessing the value of a coin is its condition. Over the years, many 1963 Jefferson nickels have been heavily circulated. Coins that have been passed through many hands often show signs of wear, such as scratches, discoloration, or even dings. These imperfections can lower the coin's value. However, the 1963 Jefferson nickel that is in uncirculated or mint condition is far more valuable. A coin that has been well preserved, with no signs of wear and tear, is considered a mint state coin. Mint state coins, especially those from earlier years like 1963, are highly sought after by collectors, and they can command significant prices on the market. Another important factor in determining the value of the 1963 Jefferson nickel is its rarity. Most of these coins were minted in large numbers, and while the 1963 Jefferson nickel is a part of American history, it's not particularly rare in terms of overall mintage. However, there are certain examples of the 1963 nickel that are much rarer than others. For instance, if you happen to find a 1963 nickel that has been struck by the U.S. Mint with a unique error, you could have a truly valuable coin on your hands. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the production process, and these errors can lead to some pretty rare and valuable coins. For example, a 1963 Jefferson nickel with a double die could be worth far more than the average coin. A double die occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the die, causing part of the design to appear twice. These errors are highly collectible, and coins with double dies can be worth a fortune, especially if the error is very noticeable. Other minting errors, such as off-center strikes, can also increase the value of the coin. Now, let's talk about the true worth of the 1963 Jefferson nickel. While most of these coins are worth only a few cents, some rare examples have been known to sell for extraordinary amounts of money. Coins that are in perfect or near-perfect condition, or those with rare minting errors, can fetch impressive prices at auction. In fact, a 1963 Jefferson nickel with the right combination of condition and rarity could be worth as much as $143,000. Yes, you heard that right, $143,000 for a single nickel. To put that in perspective, the value of a 1963 Jefferson nickel with the right characteristics could be worth nearly 3,000 times its original face value. That's the kind of money that can transform a simple piece of pocket change into a true treasure. So, if you come across a 1963 Jefferson nickel, it's worth taking a closer look. If it's in great condition or has an interesting minting error, you could be holding onto a coin that could make you a significant amount of money. So, what should you do if you think you've found a rare 1963 Jefferson nickel? The first step is to inspect the coin closely. Look for any signs of wear, but also check for any minting errors like double dies or off-center strikes. If you think you've found something special, consider getting the coin professionally graded. Professional grading is the process of having your coin evaluated by experts who will assess its condition and assign it a grade. This is important because a higher grade can significantly increase the value of your coin. A coin that's been graded as mint state can command a much higher price than one that's been graded as circulated. Once your coin has been graded, you'll have a much clearer idea of its true worth. If it's a rare specimen, you could potentially sell it for a high price, either through an auction or by finding the right buyer. And remember, coins that are graded highly or have unique minting errors can sell for big bucks, so don't overlook the potential value of your 1963 Jefferson nickel. To summarize, the 1963 Jefferson nickel may seem like just another coin from the past, but it can be much more than that. In pristine condition or with a minting error, this nickel could be worth thousands, or even $143,000. If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves to keep an eye out for valuable treasures, it's definitely worth checking your change for a 1963 Jefferson nickel. You never know when you might come across a coin that could make you a small fortune. So, get out there, start looking at your coins, and who knows, the next rare nickel you find could be worth more than you ever imagined. Top 5. We're going to delve into the fascinating world of US coins, with a special focus on a particular nickel that's caught the attention of collectors around the globe, the 1993 Jefferson nickel. You may think of the Jefferson nickel as just another piece of pocket change, but believe it or not, some of these coins can fetch a pretty penny, especially if you know what to look for. So, if you have a 1993 nickel in your collection, or if you happen to come across one in your spare change, you'll definitely want to stick around for what's coming next. First, let's take a quick look at the design of the 1993 Jefferson nickel. Much like other nickels from the same series, the obverse features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. He's shown facing left, with the word Liberty inscribed at the top and the year 1993 below. The reverse of the coin shows Monticello, Jefferson's historic home in Virginia, with the words Monticello and E pluribus unum inscribed around it. This design has remained relatively unchanged since the coin was first introduced in 1938, making it one of the most recognizable and enduring symbols in American coinage. So, what makes the 1993 Jefferson nickel stand out in the world of coin collecting? Well, while it was minted in large quantities, there are a few key factors that can make a particular 1993 Jefferson nickel far more valuable than its face value of 5 cents. The primary factors that influence a coin's value are its condition, rarity, and any potential minting errors. Let's break these down a little further to give you a better idea of what to look for. The first and most obvious factor when determining the value of a coin is its condition. As with any collectible item, the better the condition, the more valuable it becomes. A coin that has been in circulation for years, constantly being passed from hand to hand, will typically show signs of wear. You may notice scratches, dings, or discoloration on a circulated coin, which can significantly reduce its value. On the other hand, a 1993 Jefferson nickel that has been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used as currency, is much more valuable. Coins that have been well preserved over the years are highly sought after by collectors because they are harder to find in such good condition. But there's more to it than just looking at the coin's condition. One of the most important factors when determining the value of a 1993 Jefferson nickel is whether or not it has a minting error. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the coin production process, resulting in a unique or flawed coin. These types of errors are highly collectible because they make the coin one of a kind. Some common minting errors include off-center strikes, doubled dies, and incorrect planchets, the metal disc that gets struck to create a coin. A 1993 nickel with one of these errors could be worth much more than a regular, uncirculated version of the coin. For example, one of the most coveted errors for the 1993 Jefferson nickel is the double die error. This occurs when the coin's design is struck more than once by the die, resulting in a doubling effect on the images and text. If you happen to find a 1993 nickel with a double die, you've found a rare treasure. Coins with this error can command high prices at auction, especially when they're in good condition. Other minting errors, like off-center strikes or coins that were struck on the wrong type of metal, can also increase the value of the coin. Now, let's talk about what kind of price you can expect for a 1993 Jefferson nickel, particularly one that's in great condition or has a minting error. Most 1993 Jefferson nickels that are in average circulated condition are worth only their face value of 5 cents. However, when you get into the realm of uncirculated coins or those with minting errors, the price tag can climb significantly. In fact, a well-preserved 1993 Jefferson nickel, or one with a rare minting error, can be worth as much as $26,000. That's right. $26,000 for a single 5-cent coin. To put this into perspective, a 1993 Jefferson nickel in uncirculated condition or with a minting error could be worth over 500,000 times its original face value. This is why coin collectors are always on the lookout for these hidden treasures. The beauty of coin collecting is that, with the right knowledge and a little luck, you can turn a humble nickel into a serious financial windfall. So, how do you go about finding a 1993 Jefferson nickel that could be worth thousands of dollars? The first step is to start checking your pocket change. You never know when you might come across a rare coin. Keep your eyes peeled for nickels that look a little different, whether they're in mint condition or if they show signs of a minting error. If you think you've found a rare version, the next step is to get the coin professionally graded. A professional coin grader can assess the coin's condition and identify any minting errors, helping you determine its true value. If you find that your 1993 Jefferson nickel is a rare, high-grade coin or has a minting error, it could be worth a significant amount of money. You can sell the coin through an auction house, a coin dealer, or even to individual collectors who specialize in rare coins. Either way, you could be looking at a big payday for just a 5-cent coin. In conclusion, while the 1993 Jefferson nickel might seem like just another ordinary coin, it has the potential to be worth far more than its face value. When you factor in the coin's condition, rarity, and any minting errors, it's easy to see how some 1993 nickels can fetch incredible prices. If you're a coin collector or simply someone who loves the idea of finding hidden treasures, keep an eye out for the 1993 Jefferson nickel. You just might find one that's worth $26,000. So, start digging through your collections, check your change jar, and who knows, the next nickel you find could be a jackpot waiting to happen.